Hello, my name is Marcel Renteria, and today I will be teaching Chris Kuko on reading closed syllables. The objective for this lesson is for Chris to be able to identify and understand how to read closed syllables. So, first of all, Chris, do you know what a closed syllable is?
Um, I, I do not.
Alright, this is fine. A closed syllable is when a syllable in a word ends with a constant. So to demonstrate kind of what a closed syllable is, I created a little list of words that contains both open and closed syllables. Um, the open list is only for reference, and the reason why I did both sides is to help him identify the vowel sound. Understanding the pronunciation of the vowel sounds will make it a lot easier for him to identify whether it's open or closed. So, Chris, for example, on an open syllable, high, um, the I is a vowel sound there, so obviously it's open because it's by itself. As you can see in a closed syllable, we added a T, which is a consonant, and it shortens the vowel sound. So instead of high, it's like hit. So it's nice and easy, nice and short. Um, Same thing with no. No is an open one because it's a long O, and adding a consonant at the end makes it not.
So the reason why words are closed is because they're not as long as
Correct.
the ones over here. So like no. So I mean I don't really. So like I guess the word no would be like no, like that's why
Yeah.
it is
So
open, and then with not, because I mean it's short.
Mhm.
You know. Okay.
So what makes it short is that it is closed. They call it closed in with a consonant. So here we have a consonant here, and as like you see, the vowel here is open.
Okay.
So it's by itself. Another example would be sat. The A in sat is a lot shorter than it would be in a different word. And even, for example, A itself. A is a vowel and it's long, and when you add a consonant like an M, it's N. So the A isn't as strong there.
Okay.
One thing that will kind of confuse students is the long vowels or the ending where it has a T and E. But for communicate, identifying the vowel here is the long U. But for example, words like demanding, the vowel sound, the strong one is the A, but it's closed off by two consonants, so demanding. It's not as
It's not.
strong as communicate.
Okay, so with communicate, it's open with the U because the U's it's a long U,
Yeah, it's a long U.
and then but I'm trying to understand. So I mean, obviously I guess you wouldn't say the word like demanding
Correct.
because it's
Because of the
shut off.
with the N. Kind of like fan. The N makes the A shorter.
Okay.
Is that kind of making a little bit of sense?
Yeah, I mean, I could see where. I mean, you obviously you wouldn't like have say fan with the long A.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
So since
fan.
the N is there, it shortens the sound of the A. Okay.
Correct. And okay, so it may be a bit confusing, but I created a little activity for him to do. I have some note cards here. It's a little mix of words that are both closed and open, and the idea is for him to focus on the closed vowels, or I'm sorry, the closed syllables. And so you're gonna go through these. I want you to read the word out loud, and after identifying the vowel, I want you to say whether it's closed or open.
Okay.
And I'll kind of go through the first three with you, just so you'll start off. So the first one is no.
No.
No. So the
No.
vowel sound is a O. It's pretty long. So what would that be?
It would be open
Correct.
because the long O.
Correct. So you kind of get the idea of what the open is supposed to sound like,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you have that, let's go with a closed one. Pronounce this word with me. Cat.
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 So what is the vowel sound here? Is it kind of long or is it shorter?
It's shorter.
Correct. It's shorter because it's closed off by a
By-
consonant
by
of
the
the
T.
T
So whenever you have a consonant at the end
of a
It's-
vowel.
of a vowel, it's always gonna make the vowel sound short.
Correct.
instead
Because
of
it
long?
closes it off.
Okay.
So with that being said, I have a couple words here. Are you ready for these?
Yeah,
Try it out?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, so just read them out loud
Okay.
and say whether they're open or closed, which you believe.
Okay. Pot.
Hot.
Pot. That would be closed.
Correct.
Dog.
Dog.
Dog. Would that be open?
No, not quite. So the reason why it's not open is because the O sound is like no, but there it's dog. It's nice and short because it's cut off by a consonant of the G.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Okay.
dog.
Dog. There you go.
Closed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sit. Sit. Closed.
Correct.
Hat. Hat. This one would be closed because the T's at the end.
Yeah.
So it makes the A sound short.
Correct. Oh boy.
And then a go.
A go.
That would be closed.
No. So, although we do have a consonant after the vowel, we also have an open vowel at the end. A go. See how it's like strong and long instead of like, for example, the one before, past, or it's just past. The vowel wasn't as strong. But I mean, it gets a little tougher because I know it has a vowel next to it, but you just gotta put emphasis on where the vowel sounds are. So it's alright.
So a go would be open then.
Correct.
Apex. Would that be closed?
Go. Read it again.
Apex.
There you go. So do you?
So it'd be open because it has a long A.
Yeah. Not to read that. That conclude it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when reading some words, what would give you trouble?
Well, going back to the word apex. Apex would give me trouble because like when you read it, it's just apex,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was kind of getting confused on how it was open because like the vowel sound like seems kind of short
Mm-hmm.
just because the way you say it, like apex. So I wasn't really too sure about that one.
Yeah, this word's a bit tricky, and I know that the rule says if it's followed by a consonant, that it would be closed. So the A obviously is followed by a P. That's where the importance of understanding how to read the vowel comes into play. So I know apex at the beginning, it sounds short, but in reality it's apex. So
Okay.
it gives it that.
So
And-
like kind of sounding out the words in a way gives you a better understanding of how you can determine whether it's open or closed because like for example apex again like when you sound it could be apex
Correct.
and then like the word kind of like cat it'd be cat.
Mhm.
So I mean so sounding out would really be helpful.
Correct. So yeah, sounding out the words definitely helps because the vowel sound gives you the clue
Okay.
of what it is. So with that being said, the assessment obviously occurred during the lesson. He had trouble with some words that included the consonant sound, but that's where the um, pronunciation of the vowel comes into play. But after understanding how the vowel is pronounced, does that give you a better idea of whether the word is closed or open?
Yeah, definitely, because like when you're able to sound it out, you can really identify whether you have a long A, for example, or a short A, as in like cat or hat, and then a long A, as in like apex or like acre and stuff like that. So sounding out really helped me with kind of like the more difficult words.
Okay. No, that's good. And overall, I thought you did a good job. Just remember sounding out that vowel, and once it's cut off by a consonant, it's closed.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.